No.
Welcome
Welcome
to
to
Shade
Shade
and
in
the
the
City.
City.
I am your girl, Treese,
It's Nellz.
and we are here because we are grateful that you are here with us so we can review. You didn't see what I did.
I heard
the,
you.
the 90 day of the Fiancé, season 10, episode 14, from this day forward. So, all of our Shade Squad and all of our new viewers, if you have not already, please make sure that you hit that like button.
And that subscribe button.
And y'all, let's jump right into it. I actually thought this was a decent episode where, it was a lot of people taking some, some sort of accountability. And, we're about to see a lot of people make bad decisions, but that's why we watch the show. So let's get into it. Let's get shady. So I don't know how I always end up with these two, but this is what
I
happens.
and
So we
it's giving my Jasmine and Gino because I always
really is. It
Gino.
really is. So I got Rob and Sophie, and I'm just over this argument. Sophie and her mom are talking as they're at the restaurant, and she tells Sophie, and she keeps trying to reason with crazy people like Rob. She too herself will end up crazy, and so she thinks Sophie, is basically going to lose herself, and she won't even be able to recognize, who she is in a couple
I don't
months.
know
And
why,
I
but
thought that was, I said, Mama said a word.
she did. And when she was saying this, all I kept on, for whatever reason, I just kept on thinking of poor unfortunate soul.
These two poor unfortunate souls, Jesus. So, prayers, sorrows. Um, so Sophie has plans that she's gonna hide out in her mom. So the only thing, I'm not gonna lie, y'all jump down in the comments if you disagree with me. I understand taking time apart. I absolutely have done that. But I think at this point, Sophie comes off to me a little bit childish.
She's a child.
Okay, because so I'm just gonna go hide in my mom's hotel room, and maybe it's a storyline thing, but I'm just gonna go hide in my mom's hotel room and avoid you. And we obviously are getting ready to get married and have serious issues that we need to discuss, or things that obviously I had underlying feelings that I wasn't telling you about, and then it was triggered when my mama came and pointed things out that I had already pointed out to you. But I don't know. I just thought that idea of, I understand being like, okay, mom, I'm gonna stay with you for the first day or whatever. But then there was even another part. We'll get there. But she just comes off a little childish to me. I may be wrong. Y'all drop in the comments. So anyway, she thinks it's
I
good
mean,
for her and Rob to
I
have.
know who's actually childish and of age that they shouldn't be acting the way that they're acting, but
Well, she thinks he needs time to think, and she's just really happy. I said she's really happy not to be in that room with Rob and be actually at a nice hotel with a bathroom that's in the room.
I think she actually said it. I think
Right,
she said she was nice. She was happy to be in a nice hotel.
right. So then Rob, and that's terrible, because if that's your life, then you need to have some serious conversations and get back on that plane with your mama. That's some real adult grown up stuff. Anyway.
She's trying to be a ride or die.
Shadeinthecity does not condone struggle love. So Rob messages her and sends her a video of a nice car. He said, I need a fast car, candy coated red, drive it all night, wake up in my bed. She ain't coming back because you don't actually own that car. So, and
He said we could have this.
he said this could be us.
A lot of things could be us. We could be in that house that I was pointing out on the beach too. What we doing to make it happen?
Well, Sophie feels like Rob is manipulating her, which she absolutely is, because he didn't apologize, and he just wants to stay in her ear because he knows that she's around her mom, and her mom, don't really see it for him. So then Sophie thinks again that this will be a great break for them, and her mom's like, so do you really think you're gonna marry this man? She's like, honestly, it's like 50%, and part of me was like, I pray she is not a Pisces, because she's just so delusional. She was like, part of me is still holding out hope that, things can work out. And her mom's like, you're being real delusional about the situation. You're not seeing it for what it is. The fact that you over here hiding in my hotel mad because, or not even mad, but happy because you got a bathroom because you ain't got one of the place that you stay. Ma'am. So her mom tells her, look, I ain't trying to be mean, but I don't think it's going to work. And if you do get married, I hope it works, but I don't think it's going to work. And, if that's what you want to do, hope it works out for you. So then once they get to the hotel, Rob ain't texted her no more. And so, she says she's not reaching out first. And I understand that. But at the same time, you're the one that needs to return. You're the one that needs these answers.
Well, she really don't.
I mean, she don't. She could just get on a plane and leave, but she seems like she wants these answers. She's the one that still wants 50% of her still wants to marry him. I'm just saying. So anyway, she says that it is depressing. And this is not how, she wanted to go into, basically getting ready to marry somebody. So Sophie says she definitely has doubts on whether this will happen. Rob is doing laundry when Ty and Tyron, I believe their names are.
Hooray.
Thank you. And they come to the lawn. That's real good friends. I'm not gonna lie to you. Because if you ain't say brunch, if you told me meet you at the laundromat.
Going to the laundromat.
Nivea's friends was crazy for being there dancing in the laundromat with her too. Okay. Girl, can we at least sit down at Starbucks and have coffee? What I'm not gonna do this. Y'all could have went down the street to the coffee shop, to the internet cafe, something, but I guess he didn't want his laundry to get stolen. I understand. So, Rob is telling them about all the challenges with Sophie's mom, and he says that he lost respect for Claire when she said that he wasn't a man. So his homeboy asked him how he's feeling on a scale of 1 to 10 about this marriage. He says
she never had respect for you, sir.
Right. He says he's a 4, and they're questioning why he's just having these doubts now, and why he didn't figure this out earlier. And he was like, because we weren't together all the time earlier. And basically his friends believe he's gonna marry Sophie anyway, but he's gonna be miserable and it's gonna end up in divorce. So they believe the same thing that her mama believed. And again, we're here to watch people make bad decisions. They said that it's a bad decision. They both agreed collectively. We've seen it. But they're still going to make the bad decision. Now it's Nellz's favorite.
One of my favorites. One of my favorites. Nikki and Justin.
Now this is another person who lives in delusion.
She might also be a Pisces.
No. They said if she is, she's February.
Oh, the February Pisces date. So right?
Okay, there is a difference.
Well, all the Delulu ones I know are in Pisces, though. I mean, are in March.
You got messed up.
Okay, so Nikki and Justin are headed to go horseback. What
type of show was you watching?
Look, this one.
Type of naughty show.
This one.
Horsebacking. You don't want to horseback her.
That's exactly what
he said. You don't want to horseback her unless there's another horse involved.
That's what they be trying to do. Okay. So, anyways, yes, they're trying to go. They're headed to go horseback riding. Okay. And he feels things haven't been right since this morning. I mean, since the conversation about the threesome. And Nikki feels like, this morning she was fine. She said she got up, she got ready, she put on her makeup, and she don't know what the hell the problem is. Okay. She's like, get over it. All right. She's good. So he decided to take this time to use his friend's advice and put his foot down and, be more masculine. Okay. So he told her that she needs to learn to have healthy relationships And she has a lot of changing to do. Bless you.
Thank you.
He feels that virtual relationships work best for her because he feels like that's the only time that she actually misses him. Well, now that we face to face, you done switched
All
up.
you want to do is argue.
Exactly. So Nikki feels that, he just can't handle her, or handle a woman like her, okay? And there's a lot of cultural differences, especially with this cooking and cleaning thing. Apparently, back at the place, she felt like he should be waiting on her hand and foot because she's a guest in his country. And she over there, she like, I ain't cleaning up a damn thing, okay? And he ain't going for it. But she said regardless, she is trying to learn, okay? So they get there, they're trying to recreate this picture that they took ages and ages ago, okay? Basically, Nikki decided, you know what? They're there. She's only got a couple days left. She's going to let everything go. And then they decided to have a private conversation, and discuss their doubts. He said, basically, he's still trying. Okay. They're still trying to figure it out. He apologized and says that he hopes that she still loves him and she's not judging him. What's that?
I think he's bullshit her.
Absolutely.
Okay. I just wanted to make, I was like, the whole time I was sitting there, and in my opinion, even when she was like, I'm very aware now,
They're a
especially,
favorite couple of mine because of Nikki, not because of him.
well, but no, I'm very aware now of just the mannerisms, and because even when she's trying so hard, like she goes up to hug him and she has to put his hand on her waist, and like nothing flows naturally because he doesn't want to do it. It's not natural for him. That's not what he wants to do anymore. Which is, I do understand for her why it could be a mind fuck, right? Because you liked doing these things a couple or 15 years ago when you didn't know. But it is what it is now. And I don't know, I guess because affection and affirmation is my thing, I can spot it immediately. And that would have immediately just made me walk away. The fact that I have to keep begging you for something that's supposed to come naturally. Just my thoughts. Sorry.
Well, she reassures him that she loves him and she always will. She feels like they made some
Baby,
progress.
please, I'm on my knees.
You said what? You said what?
I said, baby, please, I'm on my knees. That's what she was giving.
What type of show you was watching?
Just saying. Not that. But really, I said she wasn't really on her knees, but she was, it was just,
She definitely was.
Yeah.
So she feels like they so she feels that they made some progress and she wants them to, enjoy their engagement celebration the following day. Her and this damn engagement celebration, girl, you just want to have a party. That's all.
That's what it is.
She just want to have a party. It's a party, it's a party, it's a party.
And then you see, I know you saw the preview
for that. She sound like a cat. She looked like a cat. She was howling.
Well, we get into Nellz' dread-headed sister, Ashley, and Manuel. I actually thought this was very. So I was on the fence.
It was a roller coaster.
I liked it because I've always wanted to go to Niagara Falls. So that's why I really liked it. Let's just keep it 100. I do 85% of the time like Manuel, but the other 15% is the tantrums, and I can't do, especially as a whole grown ass. That really bothers me. But anyway, let's jump into it. So Ashley's taking Manuel up to Niagara Falls. He seems to be very excited. Maybe because
she surprised him. He ain't even now. I thought, oh,
right.
Look at me. That was cute. That was cute.
Right. And maybe because it's a waterfall. I don't know but clearly he likes
one of the wonders of the world. I know he said, and
but even when she took him to the beach, he thrives around water. That's his thing. I've noticed that. That's his thing.
Yeah.
Which makes me think, I felt like she mentioned that he was either she's a Cancer rising or they're both Cancer risings or something like that, which would make sense. So when they first arrive, and which also would make sense why they're both so damn emotional. When they first arrive, he's in awe and loves, the surprise, like Nell said. He said he would kiss Ashley's feet. He's so happy. And I said, okay, bow down to the queen, okay? She brings the conversation.
Didn't last long.
You stupid. She brings up the conversation with Jonathan the previous day and about, how she wants him to kind of like adapt to, the US and just like the norms. And Manuel says that he wants to learn and grow together, but he doesn't want to adapt to her culture of spending. Now they get into a back and forth in a confessional about spending versus saving. We've heard this argument before. Ashley makes a valid point. He knew he was coming to America. Now, this is one thing I did like. She said, you knew you were coming to America for a whole year and you had plenty of time to save. Why didn't you?
Mr. Need to save.
Now, here goes Manuel taking some accountability. He says, look, I'm not saying it was good accountability. I'm just saying
I remember him saying, why would I save? That's silly. What accountability? I don't understand.
And Manuel admits that this is true. He said, yes, that's true. He said, but he felt he had no reason to bring money to America. America already got the money here.
Who's America? Me?
So he tells her he doesn't want to fight about it. And, he does what he does best and walks off, which annoys the dog. I mean, I'm not going to lie. It's after the second, third, but this is like, it's giving Paul without the running in the forest. It's really giving that. So Ashley is annoyed that Manuel always wants to pull this on her while, she's trying to have a good day. And I kind of was too. That would have just really, like she said, the sun was shining. That would have been me in my element.
I think what's so funny? I think at one point after she was saying all that, he was like, it's too much sun.
Who'd you think about?
What?
I always trying to dim my light. Anyway, so she tries to explain that when she tries to express her feelings to him, he gets frustrated. He tells her to stop bringing up the subject of money. And she reminds him he brought it up, not her. Okay. And so I was like on the fence about that. I was like, but you did bring up the whole conversation about.
He brought up the money.
Right. But essentially that's what it was about, was she was talking to Jonathan and he was like, you shouldn't feel guilty. Like once you come over here, because it is different. And they just gonna have to understand. So I think if she didn't talk about the money directly,
well, she was saying what I need from you was what she was saying is what I need from you is understanding. Okay.
See her defend her dreads. So Ashley is hopeful that all this drama before the marriage means that the marriage is going to be smooth. They got rid of all the issues on the front end. So, she sits him down and reminds him that, she has his back and, she wants to know he feels the same. And he says he wants to go to the moon. He said, I'm going to take it to the moon, take it to the stars. He said, that's what I'm doing. Okay. And he
absolutely not. In a day or two, they're going to be right back at it.
Right. But he said, I want you to go with me. But he does say that he's there, good, bad, ugly, whatever. And then he admits in confessional that, she's not always right. He's not always right. But it's basically up to the two of them to keep this thing going. So then they decide to go for a ride to view the waterfall. It's a boat. It's water. I would have been on it. Loved it. So my type of outing. I'm doing it. Anyway, Ashley notices a rainbow, many rainbows in the distance. I loved it. And Manuel is just all in his feels. Okay. And I was in mine too. I just loved it. I'm a Pisces. The water does something to me too. It was just and the sun was shining. It was beautiful. And so Ashley feels like, they're washing away all the bad vibes. And she basically asked him, like, do you think we're making a good decision to get married? And for a minute, I was like, but y'all gonna get married on a boat real quick? Like real fast? Or y'all going?
I was thinking, why are you messing up the vibe?
I'm not gonna lie to you. During the whole time, and it was just so beautiful. She kept asking questions and shit. And I was like, bitch, shut up.
Right? Just let it wash away. Remember, wash away. Right. Enjoy the moment.
You're gonna have to sage the waterfall.
But I'm glad he didn't take it no type of way. He was like, yeah, we doing this. We doing it. We in it.
Shut up.
Exactly.
Kiss me under the waterfall. So Ashley feels like all the stars are aligned, and this is a sign that basically they need to move forward with the wedding. So that's what they're doing, and we're gonna watch. I'm not gonna say it's a bad decision. It's a dysfunctional relationship. It's dysfunctional, and it might be a tad
Which
bit
is
toxic.
usually a bad decision.
And it might be a tad bit toxic, but as long as they agree to it. What we've learned, I think what we've learned from watching this show and just many shows, it don't matter what we on the outside view or think, as long as those two people view
That's
it.
Shekinah shit. That's what that is. It's
Right.
Shekinah shit. We watch Shekinah break down her toxic ass relationship, and basically everybody accepts the fact that it's toxic. So does she. So we're like, well, it's toxic, but it's hers.
But it's
They're
hers.
both
As
toxic.
long as you keep that over there and keep him from ruining somebody else's life, cool.
Jasmine and Gino. Okay.
Gino's a sucker. He's a sucker.
Where you been?
No, I'll let you get into it first, but it was just so upsetting to me how quickly he moved past. I guess because he's so used to her screaming that she's somebody else that it doesn't even bother him. But I wouldn't have just rolled past that easily. I'm sorry.
Especially after
Like,
2000. First of all, I would have never, because he always kind of rolls past it kind of easy. But especially after the 2000 conversation.
right. Right. That's why I said he's a real sucker. That really bothered me that he didn't focus more on that. What you just told me. And the man just gave you $2,000. Why?
Mhm. All right. So Gino, he's still feeling some type of way after the Miami trip and what Jasmine revealed. He said that he doesn't even know why she's still talking to her ex. Okay. And clearly Dana's gonna want something after she's accepted the $2,000 from him if he ain't already get it. Okay. He might have been paid already. That's why he don't want the money back. Jasmine says no, it's like charity. It's like charity. He gives to charity all the time.
She's an altruist.
I said, child. She said this man gave her charity for her ass.
You can
She was
say
like,
Jasmine too for 15 cents a day, but every day, I'm just saying.
she
Donate to Jasmine.
said he's just a great friend. Okay. So Gino tried to tell her that, they're gonna have to stop communicating because, they're about to get married. So she said, well, we're not about to talk about exes, okay?
You know what
Because
it would have blown me? Another thing. If I was Gino, I gave you, well, I guess she really wanted, because what, it was 10,000 total. My whole thing is knowing you have this whole thing and issues with your kids and you trying to get them over here, knowing that you're about to move to America, knowing that I just felt like there are many other things she could have spent or used that money on.
And guess what?
And she paid for it.
And she said, Gino got it. Gino gonna make it happen. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this 10 stacks, use it for what the hell I want to use it for, and leave you to take care of my responsibilities.
Okay, as long as we're clear. As long as
you know what? Listen, I like Jasmine. I'm not about to go in on her right now, but she has a history of this. I'm gonna just leave it at that. She has we are not surprised. She has a history of this. So Gino basically tried to tell her that they're gonna have to stop communicating because they're about to get married. So she said, yeah, what we're not about to do is talk about our exes because I'm just friends with mine. Okay, we're just friendly. We have friendly conversations. Or I hit him up when I need a favor. That's really not all that happens because if it's just friendly conversation, why are you always talking about how you went to screw him or you did screw him? So then she said, on the other hand, your ex took the picture that you sent her, okay, sent it to my job and got me fired. So Gino asked her, well, did you do anything to provoke that or did she just initially attack you? Why the hell did he do that? Okay.
And she had a knife in her hand at the time.
She showed up did. She went ape crazy, okay? Constantly asking him what the hell he said while banging this knife on the counter. Okay. I feel like he lucky the cameras was there.
I agree.
Cause she said, look, she just kept, what did you say? What the he like and then this man
Was giving rabbit in the pot crazy.
he had a little bit of balls, okay? Because he was like, you heard me. I ain't you heard what the hell I said. I said, what?
And then no, he took it even further when he went back and said, just answer the question.
I don't remember that.
Oh yeah, when he went back upstairs later. When he after giving her some time.
It was given, I said what I said. I said, okay, Gino. And with the knife in the hand. Okay. So, she told him that she wished she would have him that last night, okay, while she was in town. And he said, okay, I got plenty of exes. I wish I would. And they do a hell of a better job than you.
I will say, I'm not gonna lie to you. If he's gonna deal, I do like the fact that Gino's toughening up, but
it's
it's
because she's
sad
there.
because well, not even that because she's there, but it's also sad because we've seen her beat up on him for so long that I think she's created this. Like he can't
Created
take
this monster.
Yeah, she did. Because this was not the Gino that we met in the beginning. This was not.
He was the one running out the damn room.
Right.
To keep his head on his head.
Right.
So then, Gino says that he does feel bad about everything that happened with his ex and what it caused Jasmine in her life. So he does go and apologize about the things that he said, and because he knows it's a sensitive topic. But he said, unfortunately, you're still going to need to end this friendship with Dane.
Mm-hmm.
He said,
do you think she really sent the voice message?
I think she sent it. I don't know. I don't know if she's gonna. I mean, just because she sent.
Doesn't iPhone? I mean, I don't know if she had an iPhone, but don't iPhones have the recall option where you can unsend something after you send it?
I know you can do that with text messages.
Oh, but maybe not voice.
You might be able to do it with voice notes. I don't know, but I feel like I feel like she sent the voice note. I just feel like it doesn't really make a difference because
You can always set it back up.
You can always send somebody one thing, and then because they know your situation, they know that he knows that they're about to get married. He knows all of this. Okay, and then you can still hit them up a week or two later. Hey, what's up? How you been? Like, F for everything I said before.
That's true.
So no, I think she sent it. Do I think she gonna?
And I'm sure when she wanna, him so good like they used to, she'll remember his number.
Basically,
that would have been it for me. You would have had to delete the number. The number, the messages, like.
Guess what? I'm so petty. You're not gonna have to do any of that. I'm going to take your phone, put it under somebody else's name, and block the number. So that Dane can't call you, and Dane's number is no longer in your phone because you don't recognize Dane has been changed to somebody else. And I have to keep the number in the phone so that it can stay blocked. So it would definitely still be in the phone. It would just be under a different contact. So no, I'm not going to make you send him nothing. You just went ghost. And to you, so did he.
I like it.
Huh?
I like it.
So basically, he said that you don't want me talking to my exes, and it hurts me, so I don't want you talking to your ex either. So she said, you know what, you're my priority. Okay, so I'm gonna send Dane this voice note. Okay, it was long, drawn out, but it was, nice, letting him know that she wishes him the best. And
Gino was bothered.
Huh?
And she's like, oh, and she was saying something, and Gino was looking at her like.
The fact that it was so long and drawn out, I would have felt some type of way. Maybe that's just the asshole in me, but I want you to be an asshole too. Okay.
Right. Yeah.
When I tell you,
I was like, she's like, and I know you're a great person, and we've never been anything more than friends. And I enjoy my time with you. And and I was just like,
it was given too much. I would have wanted if I would have went that route, but I know I wouldn't have. I would have wanted, you know what? This relationship can't continue. Our friendship can't continue, I prioritize the way my future wife feels over your feelings, and have a nice life. That's it. And we know what have a nice life means.
Right.
So, but yeah, she was doing a lot. Okay. It was doing a lot, but she did say, Gino doesn't approve of their friendship. And I'm sure you can understand, she was really doing too much. I was like, how long is this message? But you know what? She said at this point, both of their exes are unalive to them. So I was like, damn, I get if he unalive, you should have left the type of message I'm talking about.
You stupid. So then we get into Clayton and Annalee, and shout out to
Annalee.
Annalee, isn't it Annalee? Oh, I'm sorry, Annalee. And I'm thinking anime.
I was about to say, girl, what type of relationship you think this
Annalee.
is?
And shout out to one of our subs, Shangela. She said that girl don't like him. And I said, nah, girl, I'm rooting for, and she was definitely agreeing with you. So shout out to Shangela for her comment.
It's
So
the
Clayton
Delulu of
says,
it all.
you stupid. So Clayton says that things are going well between him and Annalise since they, got back from San Diego and he finally got him some. Now, however, he's feeling stressed out by the wedding plans because it's all falling on him because he keeps using the excuse that Annalie doesn't speak English, so she can't do that much. So he and his mother go out and she asks about his trip and he tells her how they had a good time and he enjoyed meeting Cameron. And then his mom brings up that they haven't really talked in a while. And she says she doesn't really have a problem with Annalie, but she's messing up, her sleep with all the lights and, talking loudly and cooking and leaving things out.
Is she in a closet? Can't she just close the door?
So, well, I can.
What?
Oh. So Clayton,
I feel like when you're in a closet and there's light outside of it, that shuts out all the light to the closet. Just go in your closet and shut the door.
Clayton says he's noticed his mom has been making passive aggressive comments towards Annalie, and he doesn't like it. And thankful that he thinks Annalie can't pick up on it. So his mom says in confessional that she wants to make sure her son is taken care of, and she thinks Annalie makes what she wants and doesn't care about Clayton.
She said that girl only cooked chicken.
Said she makes chicken, and her son likes beef. Damn it. So he tries to explain to his mom that she's very defensive, and she tells him that if she had a place to go tomorrow, she would go. But clearly you don't. Okay.
It's been what, 5 years, right?
Right. So then
I'd have been like, damn, after 5 years, you ain't got nowhere to go.
So Clayton tries to reassure her, and clearly Brandy don't want him. So Clayton tries to reassure her that he's not trying to put her out. He knows his mother is the issue, and it's time for her to get her own place. And I said, well, I'm glad that you've come to that realization. Versus
but you can't. But you literally in the same breath didn't tell her that.
Right.
You literally told her the opposite.
So sure. So Clayton and Annalie are getting married in 3 days, and Annalie is very stressed, and she tells Clayton instead of worrying about damn video games that, he needs to focus on finding an officiant for their wedding, and says he leaves everything to the last minute. So he says he's not worried because anyone can do it. And then she's like, okay, well, she asked about her hair and makeup.
What does that mean?
It sounds like he don't want to be married to me.
The way that especially when they got to Kentucky, because the sister even let it go. She was like, he's like, anybody here can do it. So in Kentucky, not Kentucky, where did they go? Indiana. So does that mean like
anybody can stand up and read vows?
And you're just officially married?
Guess so. So or maybe because they didn't already went and maybe done the license thing. And so really it's just a ceremony. So maybe that's why he feels like anybody can do it at that point. They probably went and got married on paper. That's what I'm thinking. They went to the courthouse.
That makes a lot more sense.
Yeah. And 90 Day just, TLC, didn't want to let us know that. Anyway, so Clayton says that, he's still waiting on advice for Brandy about hair and makeup. Meanwhile, Clayton's mom is in the kitchen ear hustling. They're arguing about, the different responsibilities in the wedding. Clayton's mom says she hears a lot of arguments in Spanish and she's worried for her son. He goes to look for EpiPens, and then his mom asks what's going on. Clayton tells her Annalie isn't happy with him, and he explains he's doing everything on his own because she can't speak English. His mother says she doesn't think Annalie has a desire to learn English. Now, meanwhile, Annalie is over here ear hustling and can clearly understand what his, or at least understand enough of what
Yeah, to
was
know what the
going
hell
on in
going
the
on.
conversation. So she comes out and tells him that, she understood a little bit of what they were saying. And Annalie makes it clear that she doesn't talk to her, or he doesn't talk to her. So she basically doesn't know what's going on. And because of that, there's certain things that she could have done via text or whatever to try to make things happen or help him out.
Mm-hmm.
And he basically feels like Annalie is just gaslighting him. So then they're packing up to leave, and she's upset because he want to bring these damn guinea pigs with him. And then
I'm confused because didn't she want guinea pigs, or did she mean to serve guinea pigs? I still don't know what she meant by that.
right. So because didn't they say they were a delicacy? So she might have wanted to serve.
But her family ain't even gonna be there to eat them.
So basically, and then she's getting irritated because he's like, "Can you look back there and check on the guinea pig?" That would have irritated me too, especially if I'm
Look, she was like, they're still. Look, I think she was just saying they're still alive. Like what you? They ain't go nowhere. They still in the damn cage.
I'm not saying that I would do this, but that other fish might have thrown one of them guinea pigs out the window while we were speeding down the highway. So I'm also might not have been getting married, but I might not have gave.
Definitely wouldn't have been getting married.
So she asked him, about the conversation with his mother, and he explains that he's stressed and wish she spoke more English. And Annalie thinks that, or that his mom wishes that she, would make an effort to speak more English. And Annalie thinks that, if Violet had to step in her shoes, she wouldn't, well, basically, if it was the other way around, she wouldn't know a bit of Spanish, so she should probably shut the hell up. Okay. What her basic como estás, so if she even know that. So Clayton promises, to be
Didn't
100.
she say like I love you or something?
Yeah, she's
and I think she was trying to say like a greeting.
right. Clayton promises to give 100% to the wedding moving forward. They arrive at their Airbnb with an indoor pool. It was really cute. Brandy arrives to discuss wedding plans, and then Brandy says she's never seen Clayton plan anything, and says, and this is what I thought was funny. She says he lives with her mom. And I said, well, I don't think there's any way that that's the case because
No, she's the one
mom
in the
would have put him
closet.
out already.
And
Right.
she's the one in the closet.
Right. But anyway, she basically showing that Clayton really ain't got no sense nowhere. So Brandy lets them know that she wasn't able to get no alpaca. She says she looked. I don't know if I believe that. Decoration wise, they only have plates and flowers. Clayton reveals there's no officiant, and Brandy can't believe this, but doesn't say anything because she's like, he might ask her to do something else, and I'm done. She said at this point, I will make up any excuse to not. I won't show up. So then Annalie asks about the bachelorette party, and Brandy says that she's planning a gathering with a few people around the fire pit, and they'll watch movies. And so Annalie doesn't seem to be excited about this because y'all know she wanted the strippers. She said, man, I love them strippers, okay? And Brandy says that she thinks that Annalie will be pleasantly surprised. That's what she says in the confessional. And she says she has a stripper coming that gets undressed down to the socks, okay? Now,
But Clayton can't know.
right, and apparently Clayton, per the preview, has already restricted her and told her that there is to be no. And honestly, no shade to Clayton, but if you was up on my bed wagging your tail like that too, unattractively, I wouldn't want me to see another piece of man either. That actually knows how to wag.
I'm in your whole country, sir. I don't let everything let me have this.
She said, I want to see somebody wag something for real.
Exactly. Shake something. Shoot, she gonna be like hands on your knees. All right. So
hands on your knees. Hands on your knees.
Your hands is not on your knees.
No, but I had to let that go.
You said what? Oh,
I had to let that breathe. Hands on your knees. Okay, I'm sorry.
You're an idiot. All right, so next up is Sam and Citra. Sam and Citra are, headed to go see his family. They have a carload of her family with him. When he did get to the house. His dad greeted Citra's father in their native language.
I thought that was a joke.
What did he I don't know what the hell he said.
I
But
don't either, but
but
I
it was
thought
like a nice little
he got it
long
right.
greeting. Oh,
Yeah.
nice to finally meet you or something like
Yeah.
that. And I said, I was impressed. It
Mm-hmm.
wasn't just like a hello or something. I was impressed.
But that's because he's been practicing the alien language. So when they finally come down, he knows what to say to them. So he's already ready to put in the effort.
She shut the hell up.
I'm just saying.
Shut the hell up. So they sat down for dinner. Sam feels like they're looking at the food like it's alien food.
Because it's
It was
KFC.
I was yo, Trees, I was like, it looks like KFC.
Who still eats that? Not Popeyes, not Bojangles. No.
Americans that don't like no flavor, apparently.
Right. Well, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Look, you know what? This is not a paid advertisement. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. They introduced these new wraps, okay, and they are 2 for $5. And when I tell you the barbecue fire, it's not even in my neighborhood. I go out my way. I have not been to KFC in literally, probably, damn, am I that old? Almost 20 years. And when I tell you these wraps got me going back frequently, okay, that's the only thing I go for. The mashed potatoes are still trash. Everything else on the menu is probably trash, but them wraps, 2 for $5. I'm just saying.
Apparently, go try the wraps.
Yeah, go try
Okay.
that.
Maybe I guess those have some
They
flavor.
got a spicy one. You might like.
Okay, see, they got some flavor because
Spicy sauce.
Citra's daddy feels like American food ain't got no flavor, and all we eat is potato. Citra said, yeah, over there in Indonesia, we eat a lot of vegetables, and you know it's spicy. We like some flavor. Okay. So then Citra's dad wanted to know how Sam's dad feels about them getting married. He said, after a couple years of getting to know Citra, he's happy about it. He said he didn't feel Sam was really maturing like his other kids were. But he feels like, there's been a huge change after Citra came into the picture. Now, his daddy threw him under the bus, and he feels like, why are you saying all the good stuff? But I want to know what good stuff he's talking about. Because are you on your way to jail? You a drug addict, a recovering drug addict. You done brought this girl over here, about to leave her, about to go AWOL on. What good stuff? I wish he would have named something. His daddy ain't had no choice but to tell the truth, okay?
They get into the discussion about marijuana.
About legal marijuana, okay? Citra's dad mentions, I guess, a cigarette amount of weed can get you 5 years in Indonesia.
That he meant a blunt for American people. He meant a blunt. If
Is that what that was?
Blunt, yeah, or a cigarette, a weed, a blunt.
I don't know why that didn't register for me.
Because he said cigarette, so you're automatically thinking nicotine. But that's why when he said it, I said he means a blunt. But I guess out there they'll call it a cigarette. I don't know. Because I guess it's a cigarette filled with weed in their minds, but it's a joint, it's a blunt, it's a what we refer to over here.
No, it's just the fact that you said that, and it's like that makes so much sense. But it did not,
you're stupid.
It did not register.
It just came together for you.
Yeah, it did not register to me at all. Because I was like, why you don't just say the ounces or something? Like what he mean, like a cigarette amount? I don't understand.
Yeah, even when Sam was like, no, you mean like a brick? And he's like, no, a cigarette.
Yeah,
like,
see, it didn't
register. He means a joint. He means a joint.
Okay, that makes sense.
But that's crazy. A joint could send you to jail for 5 years.
Well, this reminds him of his legal
situation.
problems. Okay. Right. So then Citra, I don't know if this is probably the next day or something, I guess. So
no, I feel like it was after dinner, after they ate.
Oh, that's right, because it was like 8 o'clock and the sun was still out. I think that's why I thought it was the next day, but that's right. They said it was 8 o'clock, same day. So Citra basically said that she's happy to see her dad, but she's super nervous because they need to let him know about Sam's diversion. Okay. So she told Sam, hey, go and let him know. I'm gonna translate for you. Okay. And she didn't really do a very good job of translating either, unless she meant to switch the story up a little bit. I feel like Sam said that there was the bottle had an expiration date with his pills on it. She said it had somebody else's name on it that was
And I
expired.
think she said no label on it, or
No, she said it was his friend's bottle. It didn't have his name on it and it was expired. Unless he said that that was part of the story and they just edited that out. But that's what Citra said. Okay. Then the daddy wanted to know why he was taking the pills in the first place. He said it was to wean him off of drugs, and she said that it was painkillers. I said, Citra, that ain't what he said.
no, I think she meant when he's like, well, why were you taking? I think she was saying he's weaning himself off painkillers. That's why.
But all she said, no, he said, why were you taking those pills? Those pills were Suboxone to get me off the painkillers. She said those pills were painkillers. Basically meaning that, yes, these are painkillers. I needed, it was a prescribed drug. It's not saying I'm a drug addict and I was taking these pills to get off of drugs. Trust me, it comes across two different ways.
I guess. I don't know. I thought she did a decent job.
If you're taking a prescribed,
she didn't even want to translate for real.
If you're taking a prescribed pill for pain, right? That's your doctor saying you need these pills. That's your only issue. Versus you've had a long-term history with these prescribed painkillers. Now you need a drug to get you off of that drug. It's two different things. Two totally different things. She didn't say that. She didn't say he was taking Suboxone to get off the damn pain pills. Okay. One says drug. One says long-time drug addict. Okay.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying. So basically, and then he let him know that it could land him from 6 months to a year in jail. So he's like, what the hell gonna happen to my daughter?
Right.
For which Sam had no answer. He looked completely dumbfounded.
Said Citra just gonna be sitting at the dock of the bay. Actually, I don't think they're okay where they are.
Not according to her daddy, because what he said was, I'm not afraid to call up this wedding and take my baby back to Indonesia.
He said, I will save my daughter.
So he's like, when is the trial? Basically, I want to know when the hell you going to court so I know what I got to do, where I need to step up. Okay, and then let Sam know, if you ever take illegal drugs again, you will not be able to marry Citra. Do we have an understanding? Okay.
What was so crazy to me is that when he said that, and I hear what he was saying, I wasn't mad at him for saying it, but it was like, aren't they getting married in like 2 weeks or something?
Exactly. What's going to happen? I was thinking the same thing.
I was like, you make it seem like he can't. Not saying that I'm hoping or wishing that for Sam, but it was just I
think that Citra's dad is basically saying, if you do anything before you get married, you ain't gonna be able to marry her. Okay. But after you marry my daughter, it don't work out. I don't care if y'all married or not. She's coming back to Indonesia with me.
Well,
we don't care about your American marriage over there. Okay. And basically Sam says that this makes him feel worse. He feels like he's disappointed this man. What he's disappointed his parents. And I think it's because his parents didn't really give a damn.
No. And I will say Nellz was right. I saw in the preview, Mama is hard up. She said, I ain't gotta come. I ain't got to be there. I'll be supportive from a distance. I said, damn, when I saw that, I said, Nellz hit that on the head. Because I did not think she was not gonna not show up.
Yeah, only the grandmother definitely said, like, I'll be there.
Well, y'all, drop down in the comments. Let us know what y'all think of this episode of 90 Day of the Fiancé, season 10. What episode is this? 14. If you haven't already, please make sure that you have hit that like button.
Make sure you comment.
You subscribe.
And hit the notification bell.
And make sure you're following us on all the platforms, the TikTok, the Twitter, the Facebook, and the IG. And yeah, we will catch you next week for the dysfunction that is the 90 Day Fiancé. Have a good night. Bye-bye.
Good night.